Hey there, welcome to The Explainer. So, if you're trying to sell a house here in the crazy fast Las Vegas market, especially a place that isn't exactly showroom perfect, I want to talk about a different way to do it, a route you really need to know about.
Look, we all know selling a home is stressful, right? But in a city like Las Vegas with its own unique rhythm, all that pressure can just feel, well, a lot bigger.
You know the feeling, right? You're looking around your house and seeing a roof that might need work, a kitchen that's a little dated, or an air conditioner that's been working overtime for years. And you're just dreading the thought of how much time and money it's all going to take to fix before you can even think about listing it.
Well, this is where the whole idea of an as-is sale comes into play. It's a method that lets you completely bypass the repairs, the endless showings, and all that waiting. It gives you a way to sell your house on your timeline.
Okay, so first things first. Let's really get into the specific hurdles that homeowners in Las Vegas are so often up against. The market here, it's just different. A lot of buyers are looking for a place that's polished and ready to go like yesterday. But at the same time, you've got the intense desert sun just beating down, which is brutal on things like roofs and AC systems. It just wears them out faster. Now, you add in the high costs for labor and materials for any repairs, plus the fact that so many people in Vegas need to sell fast for a new job or something, and suddenly, the traditional way feels like you're trying to run uphill. And let's just talk numbers for a second. $10,000. That's what a single big-ticket repair, like replacing that absolutely essential HVAC system, could easily cost you. For a lot of folks, that's just not in the budget, you know? And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. This is the real promise of selling your house as is. It's not just about dodging a big bill. It's about getting the freedom to actually move on with your life without being stuck.
So what does this as-is thing really mean for you, the person selling the house? Let's break it all down.
Okay, so the concept is actually super simple. An as-is sale is literally what it sounds like. You sell your property exactly in the condition it's in right now. The buyer, who is usually a cash home buying company, is the one who agrees to take on all the repairs after you've sold it.
Now think about what this means in the real world. It means a huge weight off your shoulders. You don't have to fix that leaky roof. You don't have to renovate that kitchen from the 80s. No repainting, no new carpets. You don't even have to do a deep clean. And this is a big one, you don't have to worry about the deal falling through because an inspector found the problem.
Okay, so it saves you time and money, which is great. But what does the process actually look like? Well, the good news is it's designed to be incredibly simple. It really boils down to 4 simple steps. First, you reach out to a reputable cash buyer. Second, you get a cash offer, and it's no obligation, usually in just a day or two. Third, and this is a huge difference, you get a solid offer that doesn't depend on a bank saying yes. And finally, if you like the offer, you can close the deal and have cash in your hands in as little as 1 or 2 weeks. That's it.
All right, to really see the difference, let's put the traditional way of selling right next to this cash sale option. When you see them side by side, it all becomes crystal clear.
The biggest, most jaw-dropping difference is right here, the timeline. A traditional sale, with all the listings, showings, inspections, and waiting on banks, can easily take anywhere from a month and a half to 3 months. A cash sale, you could be completely done in as little as a week. Just think about that.
And this table really lays out the trade-offs. In a traditional sale, you're pretty much stuck with doing repairs, you're worrying about the buyer's loan falling through, and you have to deal with the constant hassle of showings. The cash sale, it just wipes all that off the table. It's about certainty and convenience. And notice that the closing costs are often tiny because the buyer usually pays them.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the money. And yes, the cash offer you get might be lower than the price you listed for on the open market, but that's just not the whole story. Once you start subtracting the thousands you'd spend on repairs, plus realtor commissions, plus closing fees, well, the actual money you walk away with from a cash sale can be a lot closer than you think. You're basically trading a potentially higher price for speed, certainty, and spending $0 out of your own pocket.
So the big question is, how do you know if this is the right move for you and your situation? Here's a quick little checklist to help you get started. First, get all your paperwork together. Figure out exactly how much you still owe on your mortgage, and be really honest with yourself about how fast you need this to happen. Then, do your homework. Look up some local cash buyers with good reputations, and this is key, always try to get a few different offers so you can compare. That's how you make sure you're making a smart decision. And here's a pro tip, something you absolutely need to remember. Just be upfront about the house.
Cash buyers expect there to be problems. That's their whole business model. So being honest about the condition just builds trust and makes sure there are no surprises down the line that could slow things down.
You know, don't just take my word for it. Listen to this from a local homeowner who actually did this. They sold their house in 10 days. For them, it wasn't about settling for less. It was about choosing a path that valued their time and their sanity over chasing a slightly higher number that came with a ton of headaches.
So, as we wrap this up, the final question really just comes back to you. Is it about squeezing every last penny out of the deal, even if it takes months of work and thousands of dollars in repairs? Or is it about making a clean, fast break that lets you get on with the next chapter of your life without all that stress? At the end of the day, what does moving forward really mean to you?